Today is Thursday, the 4th of April 2024, and we have 61 events to cover, going all the way back to the year 504 BC. Starting with the most recent event which happened last year, Finland becomes a member of NATO after Turkey accepts its membership request. 4 years ago in 2020, China holds a national day of mourning for martyrs who died in the fight against the novel coronavirus disease outbreak. 7 years ago in 2017, Syria conducts an airstrike on Khan Sheikhoun using chemical weapons, killing 89 civilians. 11 years ago in 2013, more than 70 people are killed in a building collapse in Fane, India. 13 years ago in 2011, Georgian Airways Flight 834 crashes at Njili Airport in Kinshasa, killing 32. 14 years ago in 2010, a magnitude 7.2 earthquake hit south of the Mexico-USA border, killing 2 and damaging buildings across the 2 countries. 15 years ago in 2009, France announces its return to full participation of its military forces within NATO. 22 years ago in 2002, the MPLA government of Angola and UNITA rebels sign a peace treaty ending the Angolan Civil War. 27 years ago in 1997, in the Space Shuttle program, Space Shuttle Columbia is launched on STS-83. However, the mission is later cut short due to a fuel cell problem. 28 years ago in 1996, Comet Hyakutake is imaged by the USA Asteroid Orbiter Near Earth Asteroid Rendezvous. 30 years ago in 1994, 3 people are killed when KLM City Hopper Flight 433 crashes at Amsterdam Airport Schiphol. 33 years ago in 1991, Senator John Hines of Pennsylvania and 6 others are killed when a helicopter collides with their airplane over an elementary school in Marion, Pennsylvania. 33 years ago in 1991, 41 people are taken hostage inside a Good Guys electronics store in Sacramento, California. 3 of the hostage takers and 3 hostages are killed. 34 years ago in 1990, the current flag of Hong Kong is adopted for post-colonial Hong Kong during the 3rd session of the 7th National People's Congress. 36 years ago in 1988, Governor Evan Mecham of Arizona is convicted in his impeachment trial and removed from office. 37 years ago in 1987, Garuda Indonesia Flight 032 crashes at Medan Airport, killing 23. 40 years ago in 1984, President Ronald Reagan calls for an international ban on chemical weapons. 41 years ago in 1983, in the Space Shuttle program, Space Shuttle Challenger makes its maiden voyage into space on STS-6. 43 years ago in 1981, in the Iran-Iraq War, the Islamic Republic of Iran Air Force mounts an attack on H-3 airbase and destroys about 50 Iraqi aircraft. "45 years ago in 1979, Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto of Pakistan is executed. 47 years ago in 1977, Southern Airways Flight 242 crashes in New Hope, Paulding County, Georgia, killing 72. 49 years ago in 1975, Microsoft is founded as a partnership between Bill Gates and Paul Allen in Albuquerque, New Mexico. In the same year, in the Vietnam War, a United States Air Force Lockheed C-5A Galaxy transporting orphans crashes near Saigon, South Vietnam, shortly after takeoff, killing 172 people. "51 years ago in 1973, the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City are officially dedicated. In the same year, a Lockheed C-141 Starlifter, dubbed the Hanoi Taxi, makes the last flight of Operation Homecoming. 55 years ago in 1969, Dr. Denton Cooley implants the first temporary artificial heart. 56 years ago in 1968, Martin Luther King Jr. is assassinated by James Earl Ray at a motel in Memphis, Tennessee. In the same year, in the Apollo program, NASA launches Apollo 6. 57 years ago in 1967, Martin Luther King Jr. delivers his Beyond Vietnam, A Time to Break Silence speech in New York City's Riverside Church. 60 years ago in 1964, the Beatles occupy the top 5 positions on the Billboard Hot 100 pop chart. 61 years ago in 1963, Bye Bye Birdie, a musical romantic comedy film directed by George Sidney, was released. "64 years ago in 1960, France agrees to grant independence to the Mali Federation, a union of Senegal and French Sudan. 66 years ago in 1958, the CNDP symbol is displayed in public for the first time in London. "75 years ago in 1949, in the Cold War, 12 nations sign the North Atlantic Treaty, creating the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. 78 years ago in 1946, Greek judge and archaeologist Panagoitis Poulisas is appointed Prime Minister of Greece in the midst of the Greek Civil War. 79 years ago in 1945, in World War II, United States Army troops liberate Ohrdruf forced labour camp in Germany. In the same year, also in World War II, United States Army troops capture Cassel. Also in the same year and also in World War II, Soviet Red Army troops liberate Hungary from German occupation and occupy the country themselves. Eight years ago in 1944, once again in World War II, the first bombardment of oil refineries in Bucharest by Anglo-American forces kills 3,000 civilians. 91 years ago in 1933, US Navy airship USS Akron is wrecked off the New Jersey coast due to severe weather. 99 years ago in 1925, the Schutzstaffel SS is founded under Adolf Hitler's Nazi Party in Germany. 111 years ago in 1913, in the First Balkan War, Greek aviator Emmanuel Agriopoulos becomes the first pilot to die in the Hellenic Air Force when his plane crashes. 119 years ago in 1905, in India, an earthquake hits the Kangra Valley, killing 20,000 and destroying most buildings in Kangra, McLeod-Ganj and Dharamshala. 120 years ago in 1904, two 7.1 magnitude earthquakes, among the largest in Europe, strikes Bulgaria, killing over 200 people and causing destruction. 137 years ago in 1887, Argonia, Kansas elects Susanna M. Salter as the first female mayor in the United States. 158 years ago in 1866, Alexander II of Russia narrowly escapes an assassination attempt by Dmitry Karakasov in the city of St. Petersburg. 159 years ago in 1865, in the American Civil War, a day after Union forces capture Richmond, Virginia, US President Abraham Lincoln visits the Confederate capital. 164 years ago in 1860, the Declaration on the Introduction of the Finnish marker as an official currency is read in different parts of the Grand Duchy of Finland. 183 years ago in 1841, William Henry Harrison dies of pneumonia, becoming the first president of the United States to die in office and setting the record for the briefest administration. Vice President John Tyler succeeds Harrison as president. 206 years ago in 1818, the United States Congress, affirming the Second Continental Congress, adopts the flag of the United States with 13 red and white stripes and 1 star for each state, 20 at that time. 210 years ago in 1814, Napoleon abdicates conditionally for the first time and names his son Napoleon II as Emperor of the French, followed by unconditional abdication 2 days later. 228 years ago in 1796, George Cuvier delivers the first paleontological lecture. 364 years ago in 1660, Declaration of Breda by King Charles II of Great Britain promises, among other things, a general pardon to all royalists and opponents of the monarchy for crimes committed during the English Civil War and their interregnum. 415 years ago in 1609, Moriscos are expelled from the Kingdom of Valencia. 443 years ago in 1581, Francis Drake is knighted by Queen Elizabeth I for completing a circumnavigation of the world. 601 years ago in 1423, death of the Venetian Doge Tommaso Mocenigo, under whose rule victories were achieved against the Kingdom of Hungary and against the Ottoman Empire at the Battle of Gallipoli, 1416. 756 years ago in 1268, a 5-year Byzantine-Venetian peace treaty is concluded between Venetian envoys and Emperor Michael VIII Palaiologos. 1223 years ago in 801, King Louis the Pious captures Barcelona from the Moors after a siege of several months. 1413 years ago in the year 611, Maya king Yunay-chan of Calakmul sacks rival city-state Palenque in southern Mexico. 1834 years ago in the year 190, Dong Zhuo has his troops evacuate the capital Lyon and burn it to the ground. 2527 years ago in the year 504 BC, Roman consul Agrippa Menenius Lenatus celebrates a triumph for a military victory over the Sabines. So that is all we have for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you found our little trip back through history both relaxing and informative. If you did indeed like the video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and also consider leaving a comment below. All feedback is very much welcome. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel. It will really help the channel grow and will ensure that you are notified of future videos. Be sure to turn on notifications so that you are notified of future videos as soon as they are posted. Thank you again, and I hope to see you next time.